Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It is me, Tristan, your host, and today we will be talking on my week 3 college football picks and predictions. And I got my big Gator helmet out today. We play less than 24 hours till we kick off against Tennessee tomorrow night. 5 o'clock Mountain Time. Excited for that one, but we got every AP Top 25 team in their matchup. Sorry, I missed Miami and Bethune-Cookman last night. Miami completely dominated, so 48-7. I would have obviously predicted them. But we're going to hop into it. My Week 3 picks and predictions. Starting off, we've got Florida State, Boston College, 10 o'clock ABC. Should be domination for the Florida State Seminoles, ranked 3rd in the nation. Boston College is horrible. Let's be honest, they're not good at all. In Boston College, I feel like they'll have no crowd. There'll be zero atmosphere. Florida State should completely roll heading into their big matchup with Clemson next week. I got Florida State. Then another noon Eastern kickoff. I'm doing all of these in Mountain Time. 10 o'clock on Fox, big noon kickoff. We got Illinois and 7th-ranked Penn State. The Penn State Nittany Lions have played really well. Their first true test on the road in Champaign. Illinois will have an atmosphere. It's big noon kickoff. But obviously, I think, again, domination from Penn State. Illinois is horrible, let's be honest. They beat Toledo by 2 points. They lost to Kansas. Penn State's defense is excellent. Illinois' offense is terrible. So I think without a doubt, Penn State will dominate there. And that should be Penn State all the way. 10 o'clock on ESPN, we got an SEC matchup. Mississippi State hosting 14th-ranked LSU. LSU coming off their loss against Florida State, obviously in week 1, beat Grambling. But now LSU has to play a Mississippi State team that is sneaky in Starkville on ESPN. Is there any chance we see maybe a Mississippi State upset? Possibly. Do I think that'll happen? Probably not. But I think Mississippi State isn't going to win this game. I think, could it be close? Yes. But I think LSU will win probably by like 7 to 14 points, anywhere around there. I got LSU. Then 10 o'clock on SEC Network, 15th-ranked Kansas State taking on Missouri. Missouri is okay this year. Brady Cook is not good. Against Kansas State, Will Howard, still a team I'm not super high on, but Kansas State at home or on the road, actually, at Missouri. I think we'll win by like 14 to 21 points. I don't think it'll be close. Probably going to be a boring game. Wouldn't want to tune in there. Then 12 o'clock on Pac-12, Utah plays Weber State. I don't have the helmet for Weber State, but this will be a blowout. Utah will dominate Weber State. Weber State is awful, and Utah will get the win there. Then 12:30 on NBC, we've got Notre Dame and Central Michigan. Sam Hartman's playing great. Notre Dame is ranked 9th in the nation, and I don't think that Notre Dame will lose at home against Central Michigan. They'll dominate probably by 30. My score prediction, 41-14. I think domination from the Irish. Next up, 1:30 on CBS, Georgia in South Carolina, one of the best games of the day. It's not a great slate, but we do see Georgia taking on South Carolina, 1:30 on CBS. The Gamecocks are 1-1, but they're not a bad team. They get the number 1 team in the nation on the road in Athens. Georgia wins. I think Georgia wins by 17 points. I've got 30-13. Georgia taking care of business, beating South Carolina. 1:30 on ABC. Alabama takes on South Florida. South Florida, not good at all. Bama coming off the disappointing loss to Texas. Bama goes to South Florida, 1:30 on ABC, and will dominate Alabama. I have them winning 48-10. And they are replacing Jalen Milroe with Ty Butner at quarterback. So that is something to keep an eye on for that game. Then 1:30 on FS1, San Diego State at number 16, Oregon State. We just talked about Oregon State and their quarterback, DJ Uiagalelei. I said I wouldn't really trust this team until they play some competition. Well, this San Diego State team is not bad. Obviously, they're not great. This should be a blowout. I think Oregon State will win by 20 points. But, yeah, I feel like we'll finally get to see this will be Oregon State's toughest game yet. But Oregon State will completely dominate. At 1:30 on ESPN2, Oklahoma comes into the day ranked 19th against Tulsa. Two rivals, the in-state rivals here. But, hey, Tulsa's not actually that bad. They lost 43-10, I think. Excuse me, gotta sip, guys. Zevia is elite, a very good soda. I would recommend zero sugar soda. This is elite, good hydration on that. Anyway, back to it. Tulsa and Oklahoma will be close. It is a rivalry. It's in Tulsa, but Oklahoma will prevail, and the Sooners will move to 3-0. Then 1:30 on ESPN, Minnesota travels to Chapel Hill to face North Carolina, 20th ranked Drake May Company against PJ Fleck's Minnesota squad. Minnesota's actually pretty good, but so is North Carolina. I think North Carolina prevails, but in a close one at 1:30 on ESPN. That will be a fun game to watch. Sorry. Then next up, 1:30 on ACC Network, Duke, ranked 21st, hosts Northwestern. Northwestern is absolutely awful. Probably the worst team in Power 5, them or Indiana. Duke is playing great. Riley Leonard's an excellent quarterback. Duke's looking really good. I think Duke dominates and wins against Northwestern. Then 1:30 on Big Ten Network, 25th ranked Iowa hosts Western Michigan. Iowa will dominate. We just talked about their corner, Cooper DeJean, and how good he's been, but I think there will be no shockers here. Iowa takes down Western Michigan in dominant fashion. At 2 o'clock on Fox, Western Michigan travels to Columbus to play 6th-ranked Ohio State. This Western Michigan team has an absolute awesome quarterback, Austin Reed, and they've got a great receiver, Malachi Corley, and they go to Columbus. I think Western Michigan or Western Kentucky keeps this close and loses 35-21. Could that be an upset? Possibly. Then 3 o'clock on Peacock, Washington, ranked 8th, travels to Michigan State to face Sparty, and Michigan State is not great. Washington State will completely dominate there. I got no expectations for Michigan State to go in at on the road and or at home and shock Washington. 3 o'clock on Pac-12 Network. Both of these teams play. Washington State plays at 3 on Pac-12 against Northern Colorado. UCLA plays at 3 against NC Central. So neither one of these is really a good game. And I think, yet again, you look at it, and both these teams will dominate. There's really nothing to say there. Then, 5 o'clock on ESPN, Florida, baby, hosting 11th-ranked Tennessee in the Swamp, sold out. Does Florida upset? I think we do. I think Tennessee is not as good as people say they are. They looked awful against Austin Peay. They looked pretty dang bad against Virginia defensively. I think this defense is not good. I think Florida is going to come in and upset Tennessee in a shocker. 5:30, Big Ten Network, Michigan and Bowling Green. Bowling Green is awful. Michigan is great this year. Blake Corum and company will dominate Bowling Green in what will be a 30-plus win. 5:30, SEC Network, Georgia Tech goes to, or Ole Miss Georgia Tech goes to Ole Miss. Domination win for Ole Miss. Georgia Tech it's not good. Haynes King is good, but the rest of the team just isn't great. Ole Miss has proved that they are good this year, so Ole Miss comes in. Ole Miss dominates for sure. Got the Rebels taking them down. Next up, 6 o'clock on Longhorn Network, Texas and Wyoming. Wyoming is 2-0. They shocked Texas Tech in week 1. Texas is 2-0. They beat Alabama. Who wins here? Texas by 30. Texas is looking so dang good. Wyoming played Texas Tech. It was crappy scheduling. I just feel like, Texas would not lose a game to freaking Wyoming. I think Texas dominates this one. Then 6 o'clock, Pac-12, Hawaii go to Oregon. Oregon prepares for their big matchup against the Buffs next weekend. And the Ducks absolutely dominate Hawaii. Hawaii is awful. Oregon is great. Oregon will win this game by 30 plus at home. And at 8 o'clock on ESPN, Colorado in Colorado State at Folsom Field. Game day will be there. Night game on ESPN. And just here, the Colorado State man throwing some haymakers at Deion Sanders. Now it's personal. Colorado will absolutely deliver and put up a 50 bomb. Probably maybe even win by 50. Colorado State is horrendous. Buffs will definitely win and improve to 3-0 and get ready for their huge matchup against Oregon. But thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. I will be posting tomorrow live from College Game Day. It's outside Folsom Field. I will be there. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.